mo niya akong next question to you. That's how I cope with my toxic trait, and
Yeah.
I'm able to cope with it. Kay I know it's a toxic trait. I know, like, just like I've been living with it since God knows when.
Ever.
Since High days. So, pura siya. So, how about you? What's your toxic trait? Firstly,
Okay.
and then next, how do you cope with it? O, pa ka ni-share sa
Okay.
mo toxic trait? Sige, laban.
Wala pa. Dagan yung toxic traits actually. Charas. I'm such a toxic person. Um, Dili, like, the thing with me, Manggod, I don't think my traits are necessarily toxic. I think what happens, Manggod,
Toxic trait na
most
siya,
of the time.
denial. Denial, toxic trait.
Unaware, a bit like you're super unaware. That's a toxic trait.
Dada.
No, cause like I'm uber self-aware, and you know this about me. Like,
Yeah. And I
and
like
I'm
that about you. I
and
don't
I'm
know if you like
uber
it about yourself.
transparent. I love that about myself. I'm
Mm.
super self-aware, I'm super self-reflective, and at this reflective rather. And then kanang you couple that with an ounce of irreverence, kanang wa good ko'y paki because I'm so transparent. I'm such an open
Mm-hmm.
book. People know my weaknesses, people know my strengths, and like that's out there.
Yeah. Gets,
That's out
gets.
there. So
You're basically an open book.
yeah, like the thing man good with that is the thing about being an open book. I don't think that's toxic, but a lot of people think that it is, and
I don't
that's
think
where my
that's
problem.
toxic too. I don't think that's
That's
toxic.
where that's where my problem. That's where my
Lies.
problem lies because open book lagi ko and because I'm so transparent. I'm so willing to say the word, like I'm very blunt, I'm very rash. Like, so when I
Mm,
say I
I
don't like you
gets.
or like I don't like this, or like I'm so honest and opinionated over certain things. Nga people have always commented about me nga, it's not the right time. It's not the right space, the right time to say something bad about something. So
But because
I
you're
guess
coming
that's
from a place who values like being open and being
honest and frank.
honest.
So
Mm,
it was never ill intention. That's the
right,
thing
right,
about me.
right.
Whenever I say something honest or whenever I say my opinion over something, it's never with any ounce of like malice. But people will always interpret it the other way around. Gamar just like dili ni siya right time, like dili ni siya sakto nga moment to say things like this. Yeah, I disagree. That's the thing with me. I disagree. Merg, dili good because like when is the right moment, like when am I no, like
Gets.
when is it irreverent mong good ko nga pagkatao sometime di good siya sometimes work most of the time. Like when I say nga marag, I hate the educational system with the Philippines, I hate it. It's like we
Mm,
are completely spending millions of pesos over something that does not work, and we're
mm.
overworking, you know what I mean. And then my
Yeah.
teachers, my bosses, I work in the educational system,
Yeah.
they're like, you're not supposed to say those things. You're not supposed to share
Really?
those thoughts. Because like
To
again,
who are
it's
you
the
sharing those thoughts to?
to my
Your
students.
students?
I tell my students nga, I
Bantog ra.
like you. Like no, like for example, like exams. Like mo na
Uh,
dyan ko guys, I don't believe in exams. But we have to do these exams because if dili ta mag-exams,
that's true though.
wala ko grade. Wala
Yeah.
standard, 'di ba?
Mm.
And then they're like, ay nilang pag like my co-teachers, my colleagues would be like, and this has caused something very very drastic in the workplace nga, like literally giaway gi-attack jud ko by a person or by a colleague kay I was very liberal though with my thoughts. Yeah, I was like, but
Mm.
that's my opinion. Like
Was that colleague a boomer?
no, Gen X older, but like my point
Huh?
with my
Boomers are older than Gen X.
oh I sorry, Gen X,
So
so
Gen X siya. Sige,
Gen
sige.
X really old, so younger.
Ah, sige.
um Basta mo na
And
siya
then,
kung
and
point.
then.
My
Mm-mm.
point, and yeah, for example sa school, yeah, like I will be like, like, for example, people are like praising people kay marag ad ako kay sila grade sa exams.
No.
And then, yaman ako nga marag, okay, like, ano, ay, gamay ko grade. And then people will be like, so you urge ka just kay gamay ka grade. Maybe partly, and I'm not denying that. But at the
Uh-uh.
same time, like, let's not praise people on the basis of their grades. Like, I just want to say this good. Like, for me, if we start
Say it again. Say
putting
it again.
if we start putting value over people based on their grades, that's super problematic. scientifically, ethically, morally, everything. Pero like people will be like,
Evidentially speaking.
yeah, but people will be like, no, like, wala lang dyan kay kanang marag. Naku, literal classmate nga ningon ako nga, just kanang marag, sometimes mga good people have to be praised for their hard work, and their hard
Mm.
work will only be reflected on their grades niya. That made me
That kind of
reflect.
makes sense though.
It kind of makes sense. It
Yeah.
kind of, muna siya ang point, it kind of makes sense because nga naman, katuding mga tao nga dili matug, katuding mga tao nga nagtrabaho, mga working students nga walay makaon para sa ilang pamilya,
Pero
nagtrabaho
wala
everyday,
nag-high
dili
grades.
katuon, di katuon nga mahagbong sa exam. Katuding mga estudyante nga, sorry to say, low IQ. Dili ka ba memorize, dili ka ba mo buhat og kanang mga ina nga mga skills, wala ina mga equipments, wala resources. Yeah, mag-burn sa midnight oil, mamatug alas 5 sa buntag, 12 hours magtuon pero
Oh, per
nahagbong.
di jud kaya kay low
Di isa
IQ.
hard work din na. Dili na siya hard work day. That's my point ba. Akong point ani is like wa man ko gaingon nga dili pada i-praise. Ang ako lang is grabe kayo ang meritocracy ba. We put so much value over these things when we should look at people holistically. Because real life, when you're doing your job, when you're working, when you're an adult already, you don't look at lang your grades. Maybe it's important when you find a job. But
Yeah.
kabaw ka,
First lang jud na. Yeah.
even nowadays, din naman girls girl important gani ang grades, I feel like.
Actually,
So,
it's skills
so
na
man na siya.
jud. Skills na jud ang important, not the grade,
So,
not the
ever
numbers.
since nahitabo ni siya nga mga eras ko life, kay I feel nga toxic din ni siya. Kani di akong over honesty or akong overly nga pagka blunt,
Frank.
pagka frank. It's actually something not sa tawag na kanang not their cup of tea. Not everyone's cup of tea. So the problem with that is that ako siyang di siya sabotage, but like
May na siyang gisensor lagi.
ako na noong police akong self. I think that's it. And I think that's more toxic than being blunt or being frank. Because if the moment nga you stop being yourself just so that people are comfortable with you, just so that people will be able to exist with you or coexist with you, that's not living, girl. So, muna, like, moving.
So,
diba?
that's so fuck.
No, but muna kong point ba, like, but actually, kaba mo guys, wala sa ko kabalo sa answer, good, ani. But then that's where I am now.
Yeah, kaya you could argue ba nga, you're being the bigger person. Let's say, for example, you're just in this momentary stage of your life wherein you're encountering all these people who doesn't really who, like you said, you're not their cup of tea. So in a way kay okay ra siya, kay you're adjusting, kay maybe somehow later on in your life, I don't know,
you'll finally find your tribe.
Yeah, exactly.
Mo na siyang millennial term karon nga marag.
Yeah, the
you'll
tribe.
find your soul tribe.